Hello, my dear students. So, we have successfully completed the fourth unit entitled Social Issues and the Environment. So, now we are going to discuss our fifth unit entitled The Human Population and the Environment. The population growth is the major challenging task for any country you take. If you take any country, there is an unemployment, including the most developed countries like USA. The fundamental cause of the acceleration of growth rate for humans in the past 200 years, so up to 1900, there was a stabilization in the population growth across the world. So between 1900 to 2020, there was an explosive growth in the population. So what is the reason for that? You know, if the population growth is high, ultimately the degradation of environment will take place. They exploit the nature more. Ultimately, the environmental quality environment would be definitely degraded. What is the reason for this population growth? So can you tell me? Yes, clean drinking water. Even the developing countries, people are getting a clean drinking water. So they have a technology for proper disposal of industrial waste, disposal of sewage waste. They get a nutrition food. If you take less developed countries, the malnutrition deaths are most common. So due to the development in the medical technology, innovations in the medical technology, the many antibiotics and vaccines have been discovered. This reduce the infectious diseases spread to the human population. So when you take people who are say I mean 1800, before 1800, what is the reason for stabilization of population on those days? I mean 1000 years to 1900, there was a stabilization in the population growth. So what is the reason for that? Because there was a disease, means the cholera, plague, the entire area, the people, masses of peoples were killed by the disease. 30, even the most developed European countries, 30 to 60% of European people populations were reduced due to these diseases. So due to advent in the medical technology, the death rate has decreased, so it leads to the population growth. So in this unit, so you have to remember various terminologies. This may be asked in your semester examination in the 2 marks part. You have to study all the terms that we are going to discuss here. Population. So what is population? So we might have heard animal population, birds population, tiger population, goat population, deer population, etc. So how do you define population? Human population, you might have heard. Population means, that is, same kind of species living in the same area in the given time. That is called population. That may be an animal, that may be a bird. If the same kind of species are living in particular area in a given point of time, that is called population. Population density. So it is expressed as the number of individuals of the population per unit area or per unit volume. So this is, as far as the fifth unit is concerned, this is the more general unit. So you can study of your own for your better understanding. Then and there, I will add some few points. Okay, the population growth and all nothing to teach. So you can go through of your own. Normally the students will give a seminar in this unit. So we don't have a contact class, so that I have to teach this unit. Okay, so what are the parameters affecting the population size? Birth rate or natality rate. What is birth rate? So it is the number of birth per 1000 people in a population in a given year. Likewise, death rate. It also affects the population size. So it is the number of deaths per 1000 people in a population in a given year. Immigration. Immigration means how many peoples are coming to India from the other countries. How many peoples are coming from the neighboring countries to our country. That is called immigration. Emigration means how many peoples are going out of our country. These all determines the population size. Immigration, emigration, death rate, birth rate. So these are a more general thing. So I hope you would have come across already. Next, population growth. What is population growth? The rapid growth of global's population for the past 100 years results from the difference between the rate of birth and death. So it gives the population growth means the ratio of death rate and the birth rate. So there is an estimate. If you take 1990, the world population was 5.3 billion. So 2015, 7.3 billion. 2020, around 8 billion. 2030, 8.5 billion. This data was released by the United Nations. So it is a valid data. So we have to remember. So 2050, the population growth is expected 9.7 billion. 2100, there would be 11.2 billion people on the earth. So this data according to the United Nations. So the population growth, that is ratio of birth rate and death rate. So global population. So the trends of population across the globe. See here, you take Germany, Italy, UK, France, Vietnam, Philippines. They contribute only around 18% to the global population. Other countries like Indonesia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, they contribute around 28% to the total population. So USA 5 and USSR, Soviet Union 6.05. So India around 16% to the total. 27.72% by China. The China has introduced various programs to control the population in its country. That is one child policy they introduced, which imposes fine on urban couples who have more than one child. So due to the fact that some couples also wish to have a male child rather than the female child, if there was only one child is permitted by the government of China, means they prefer to get male child rather than the female child. It gives an imbalance in the male female ratio. The effectiveness of the policy in limiting overall population growth is controversial as the policy itself. Moreover, there are stories of female infanticide having occurred in some of the more rural areas of the country. Family planning education programs in most of the countries have had highly positive effects on limiting population growth rates and increasing the standard of living. So, what are the causes of rapid population growth? So, as I said before, so it is due to decrease in the death rate and increase in the birth rate, availability of antibiotics, vaccine, increased food protection, getting clean water, clean air, so proper disposal of sanitation, and good sanitation facilities, and decreases the famine related deaths and infant mortality. Another thought for agricultural families, if they produce if they get more children, they can work in the field and they can generate incomes. With this thought, make them to get more children. So global population growth trends, as I discussed before, up to 1925, it had a stabilization. After that, there is an exponential growth. What is exponential growth? That is the growth in terms of 10 power 2, 3, 4, etc. So dramatic increase in global population. So next parameter, that is doubling time. So when we take census, this doubling time, the people will calculate our doubling time. What is doubling time? So it is a time required for the population to double its size at constant annual rate. So it is calculated as doubling time is equal to 70 by R. R is the annual growth rate. If nation has 2% annual growth rate, its population will double in next 35 years. So how many years it takes to double its population? So that is called doubling time. So there is a formula, doubling time is equal to 70 by R. You can go through as to students. So total fertility rates, TFR. So it is the key parameter for nation's population growth. So TFR, what is TFR? It is defined as average how many children one woman can produce in her whole life. So that is called TFR, average number of children that would be born to a woman in her lifetime if the age specific rates remain constant. So if you take a developed countries like Germany, France, USA, the TFR values around 2. When the developing countries like India, Africa, Ethiopia, Pakistan, China, so they have the TFR value around 5. This is the problem for the population growth. Infant mortality rate. So it is an important parameter affecting the future growth of population. Yes, as I said before, so the people even in the developing countries are getting a good nutrition food. So malnutrition deaths are reduced nowadays. So this factor, infant mortality rate, determines the population size in one country. What is infant mortality rate? So, it is the percentage of infants died out of those born in a year. Although this rate has declined in the past 50 years, but the pattern differs widely in developed and developing countries. In developed countries, they have advanced medical facilities, so the infant mortality rate is more well reduced in the developed countries, but in the developing countries, there is a reduction in the infant mortality rate, but when compared to the developed countries, the number of deaths, infant deaths in developing countries are more. Male female ratio. The ratio of girls and boys should be fairly balanced. If any government introduce this one child policy, they prefer to get a male child rather than the female child. So most of the developing countries use this abortion as their family planning method. So when they are doing so, they prefer to get a male child that will severely affects the male female ratio across the world. The ratio of girls and boys should be fairly balanced in a society to flourish, but the ratio has been upset in many countries, including China and India. In China, the ratio of girls and boys is 100 is 140. I had searched on the male female ratio in India. I am unable to get the exact data, so I couldn't present here. So if you want to know, you can go through in the website. Okay. Next one, demographic transition. What is demographic transition? Normally, population growth is generally related to the economic development. Uh, the death rate and birth rates fall due to improved living conditions. If we have more economy, we can get treatment in the Apollo hospital. Also, that they can save our life even when we are in the critical. So the situation is somewhat different. I don't like to tell. So this results in the population growth. This phenomena is referred to as a demographic transition. Problems of population growth. Problems of population growth. What are the problems? Population is the main reason for global warming. Population growth is the main reason for depletion of ozone layer. Population growth is the main reason for depletion of the surface soil during mineral extraction. So it is the major problems for unemployment, loss of agricultural land, inadequate housing and health service, environmental pollution. So various problems are associated with this population growth that you can go through. Next, variation of population among the nations. At present, world population has crossed not 6 billion, 7 billions. The existing population is also not evenly distributed. So less developed countries have 80% population, while the developed countries have only 20%. The less developed countries like Africa, Asia, South America have 80% of total population and occupy less than 20% of total land area. The more developed countries like USA, Canada, Australia, the population increases at the rate less than 1% per year. So what is the reason for that? So you see this diagram, this graph that will give you better understanding. Kenya is the fastest population growing country, where 20 million people are living. age structure is given. This pre-productive population 0 to 14 years, when and reproductive population when they are between 15 to 44 years, they are called as reproductive population. Post reproductive population above 45 years. See this graph. This first graph, that is pyramid like shape. Second graph that gives a bell like shape. Third graph that gives urn like shape. So can you notice, can you identify any difference of all these graphs? How do you what do you get an inference from this? See here, the first graph, the pyramid shaped graph, the younger population is very high. So at the very short span of time, this younger population will enter into the reproductive population. So at the time, the population growth will be very high. So this is the case in our country, India. So bell-shaped curve. So you can get this kind of bell-shaped curve in most developed countries like France, Germany, USA, etc. Here, the people in the pre-reproductive and the reproductive populations were almost same. When this pre-reproductive population enter into the reproductive population, their population size won't be affected much. So that's what this curve appears like a bell. Another urn shaped here, Germany. I told you in the second graph, Germany comes under a bell shaped curve. That is not correct. Germany comes under this urn shaped curve. Here, the number of people in the pre-reproductive age is less when compared to the reproductive age. When they enter, this pre-reproductive people enter into the reproductive population size, the population growth would be decreased. A population explosion. The enormous growth in the increase in the population due to low death rate and high birth rate is termed as population explosion. It is the increase in population is not a uniform trend across the world. So you see this table. Countries doubling time differs for different countries. See here, in Pakistan doubling time is 21 years, India 28 years, USA the doubling time 87 years, UK 231 years, Italy, France. See, for developed countries the doubling time is very high, but in the developing countries they have the doubling time is very short. Causes of population explosion, that is invention of medical facilities that you know very well, illiteracy, increase of life expectancy. So these are all the causes of population explosion, effects of population explosion that you know very well, and that it will create a poverty, population environmental degradation that I told you earlier, causes over exploitation of natural resources, increase in population increases the disease spread, overcrowding in cities leads to development of slums, unemployment, lack of basic facilities like water supply and sanitation, electricity supply, transport problem, everything that is due to the population explosion. So in order to control the population size, the countries are introduced. Many countries introduced the family welfare program. So government of India also introduced this family welfare program. Population explosion is like a time bomb that must be diffused well in time. So it is unless and otherwise we control the population, there will be no natural resources on the earth. So it has to be viewed very seriously. So United Nations introduced one program that is called United Nations Family Planning Program. So in this program, the United Nations created one particular agency to give a monetary supply to the developing countries to develop this family planning program. So United Nations Family Planning Agency provides funds to 135 countries. Many of these countries include, as I said before, abortion as part of the population controlled program, which very often encourages female infanticide, thereby disturbing the male-female ratio. So in our Indian context, India started the family planning program in 1952, while its population was nearly 400 million. In 1970s, forced family planning campaign by the government of India resulted a protest all over the country. In 1978, the government raised the legal minimum age of marriage from 18 to 21 for men and 15 to 18 years for women. Even in 1981 census, no drop in population growth was observed. Since then, funding for family planning programs has been increased further. What are the objectives of family planning program? The slowing down the population explosion by reducing the fertility pressure, reduce the pressure on the environment. Population stabilization ratio. So it is derived by the crude birth rate to the death rate. So we must try to get zero population growth. If any country didn't achieve the zero population growth, so there will be a serious problem. So, in India, Kerala achieved the almost zero population growth. So they introduced various schemes to control the population size. So the government of India, as I said before, took various measures to control the population size. They couldn't do so. Even they increased fundings, they could not control the population growth. So what they did is they transfer these problems, this challenge to the state governments. So many the state governments follow different roles to control the population size in their states. Among the states, the Kerala, the state Kerala is they achieved a notable. They had a notable achievement in terms of population growth. So they introduced various schemes to control the population size. They raised the age of marriage for women at 21 years as against the Indian average of 18 years, and female literacy was improved to 53% against the Indian average of 13%. Greater emphasis on primary education with 60% of budget provision for the same. Free food schemes for primary educations. So this Kerala model is more appreciated when compared to the other states. If they introduce such kind of schemes, they can definitely control the populations in their states. Objectives that we have already discussed. What are the methods used to control the population size? That is traditional method, modern method, the permanent method, that is tubectomy, the fallopian tube which carries ovum to the uterus. So the doctors make a tie in the fallopian tube. So another one is vasectomy. Here the tube, they will make a tie in the tube which carries the sperm, that is called a vasectomy. Another temporary methods that you go through. So environment and human health. Human health, that we will discuss in the next class. So I have a slide for all this, so you can go through. So this from this we can stop. The rest of the things we will discuss in the next class. Bye students.